Oh, I'm excited to share with your community. I know you're all really into your skincare and beauty and wellness, so I feel like face yoga is going to fit beautifully with that.
I mean, that's absolute music to my ears because, I mean, first of all, so many people are just saying you are just an absolute testament to what you do because you look absolutely incredible, which you
Thank
do.
you.
I mean, beauty, I do believe, shines from within, and you can feel your energies are just absolutely amazing. But I just think that, you know, when you can draw on those Eastern techniques and bring them into everyday and natural beauty, I mean, I think there's so much pressure on people now, and I would never, you know, condemn anyone if they want to go down that path. But I can't think of anything better than just taking time out and giving yourself a treatment, and that's only going to be beneficial and make you feel better and look better as well.
Absolutely. And it really is simple. You know, with face yoga, I say to people, even if you've only got 1 minute per day, when you apply your whatever you're applying, moisturizer, serum, oil to your face, even if you can just do 1 minute of facial massage or face yoga encapsulates a few things. So facial massage, facial exercise, acupressure, relaxation. Even if you can just take 1 minute, that's going to make a difference. It's about keeping it up regularly every day. But if you can do 10 minutes or even 20 or 30 minutes, even better.
So that was actually going to be, because that's one of the you know, questions that I've been asked a lot to ask you today was, you know, is it something that you have to do on a regular basis? How often would you kind of recommend that you like do it for?
Yeah, you really want to be doing it every day, well, at least 6 days a week, and you want to be doing something. So, like I say, even 1 minute. So, in both of my books, they're packed full of 1 minute techniques. So, even if you can just pull one of those techniques, or you want to work on one of your problem areas and just really delve into that, that's absolutely fine. But best results are going to come where you're going to take a little bit of time for each of the key areas of the face and take sort of anywhere between 10 to 30 minutes works really well. And that's not just about doing exercise over and over of certain muscles. It's a combination of a few facial exercises, a little bit of massage, some lovely acupressure points, a little bit of energy work and relaxation. And you can do it anytime, anywhere. You can do it sat in front of the TV, you can do it in the shower, in the bath, you can put it at the end of your yoga session or your skincare routine.
I mean, I have to say, the book that I got from Amazon of yours has become almost like my Bible. It's like, I love the fact that
Oh,
you can dip in and dive and kind of choose what, like where you want to work, what you want to do on the skin. So definitely, and I'm going to put all the links to everything that Danielle does, what you could like, because you'll just be addicted to you, like I am, and that's why I'm like so. You know, when you send like a message on Instagram and you don't know if
yeah.
anyone's going to reply, and I just put all my, I manifested that I was going to get a reply.
Yes.
So when I did, I was just
I
like,
love
oh,
that.
yes, yes, yes.
I
This is
love that.
amazing. So I'm really, and not just, yeah, from a selfish perspective from me, but also from the community, because I just think what you do in empowering women from a whole wellness perspective, there just needs to be so much more of that out there that, you know, we've, and, you know, I'm not, I always say, you know, people, I always get asked what tools, what gadgets do you like? And I just say, these are the only tools really that you actually need, like
Yeah.
your hands.
Yeah.
So to be able to have something that, you know, you've got access to. So I bet everyone say like, just shut up, Keeley, just let Danielle get on with it.
No, I love hearing from you. It's great. And you're right, you know, our hands are our greatest tool. And we all love a tool. You know, I love a gua sha, I love a jade roller, a cancer one. These are wonderful. And, you know, just like when you go to the gym, you know, we know that we can do
Yeah.
all exercises with our body. We don't need anything else. But actually, it adds a bit of variety and a bit of interest to do some other tools or use some other equipment. So, yes, it's wonderful to add tools to your routine. But remember, actually, all you need are your hands. Really simple. It's free to do. You can do it anytime, anywhere. You know, just making sure your hands are clean. Ideally, you want to have a clean face, a little bit of glide on your skin. So applying a little bit of serum or oil or moisturizer, whatever you use.
I do
That's
that.
the best thing to do. And then, yeah, you can just do it anytime. It's so accessible for everyone as well. Such a lovely form of self-care. So many people come into it because they want to go down to the anti-aging route and reduce lines and wrinkles and lift the face. And yes, we all want that, and it does do that. But there's a real sort of deeper aspect to it of self-care and feeling good and self-gratitude as well. You know, really being grateful for our skin and for our face.
Definitely. I think, you know, the power of touch, I mean, it's the first thing we feel, you know, when we hold, you know, a newborn child, or, and that breath, and it just, touching yourself can make,
Yeah.
like, it just is so special. I did giggle to myself because when I said, you know, I let people put questions, and it was like saggy neck, hooded eyes, lines around the mouth, but also
Yes.
it was, how can I feel better about myself? So I did like the fact that that was included with all of those other anti-aging concerns as well.
Well, we can work on all that. I'll give you a few tips now if you like. If you'd like me to show you a few
Please,
techniques. Yes, let's do it.
let's do it.
Okay, so let's
I just
start
put
neck, shall
on,
we? Go on, you tell me what you're
definitely.
using.
I've
Yeah,
just popped some of the Pro Collagen Remaster. Someone just asked me, what did I just put on my
perfect.
skin? Because it gives me a little bit of movement, and so I'm
Bit
not
of
putting my
glide.
skin.
Perfect. That's amazing. So your right neck area, you probably got a lot of questions about the neck area. I'd probably
Lots.
say that the most asked question to me is, what can we do about turkey neck, double chin area? First thing to say about double chin area is we can't burn fat in any area of the face. So we can't like pick one part of our body or one part of our face and sort of burn fat. But what we can do is we can tone up muscle, we can reduce any bloating in that area, and we can tighten and tauten the skin as we work with improving the collagen and elastin, as we improve the circulation, as we tone muscle underneath. So one of my favorite ones for this area here is simply tilting the head back. So take care, obviously, if you've got neck problems at home, if you're following this, just go back as far as it's comfortable. Lips are going to go together, and the tip of your tongue is going to go up and down towards the roof of your mouth at about a rate of 1 per second. Now, you'll know you're doing it right if you feel it working under here. So I'll show you here. So tip of the tongue's going up and down, and you just keep that going for about 30 to 60 seconds, whatever feels good for you. And what you're doing there is you're strengthening and toning that part of the muscle. And as you do that, the skin attaches, tightened and tautened and firmed. You're also getting a lovely stretch on the back of your neck as well, which is really nice. And it's one you can do anytime, anywhere. So you don't even need to touch your face with that one, which is great.
That's
And
really
if you want to work, yeah, it's great, that one, isn't it? And if you want to work the side of the neck a little bit more, same thing, but you just go like this and then tip of the tongue up and down. So, and you can do 15 to 30 both sides.
So that's, especially if you've got maybe more like mobile problems with your joints and things and struggle. So I mean, like you said, you can do that. You don't even need to be using your hands.
Exactly. It's lovely, that one. And I think you were saying mouth lines as well, were
Yes.
you? That people were asking about mouth lines. Lots of things we can do for the mouth there. I really like to do massage around the lips, actually. And this is quite nice if you're applying a little bit of lip balm, or even just a little bit of oil around the lips works nicely. And you can start with one finger, actually, and you can just do little circular actions like that. So sort of the pad of your finger, half of it's on your lips, half of it's on your skin, and you're just going, and then you can go the other direction. So it's really simple, but what it does, it just helps to naturally plump the lips, because we're naturally improving our production of collagen, elastin. We're also just boosting the circulation. And all of these techniques, they work with what I call the life force energy. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's called qi. In yoga, we call it prana. And it just helps everything, that energy, just flow the way it should. Because when we have stuck, stagnant energy, that can show up as lines, or it can show up as a broken skin, or acne, or rosacea, or any of those things. So these techniques are also helping that energy flow as well. So that's such an easy one. You know, just do that when you apply your lip balm. Just those circular actions, and it's also going to help your product just get a bit deeper into the skin as well, which is really nice. And this area can get very, very dry, very dehydrated, so actually it really does help to do a little bit of massage when you are applying products around that area.
Do you think, is it good to do these moves before you apply product to help with the absorption of product, or after, or does it not really matter too much?
I would apply something
Yeah.
first. I mean, you can do it with always have clean skin if you can, but even if you've got a bit of makeup on, there are techniques you can do, you know, like that one we've just done then, or even, you know, like the one we just did for the neck. You know, you can still integrate them into your day-to-day routine. But if you're going to do, I tend to do it in the evenings. My mornings are so busy with two kids getting them out the door for school. But in the evening, that's when I tend to do my face yoga. So I'll completely clean my face, tone my face. I'll usually apply then a bit of moisturizing serum, and then I'll do my face yoga. And I find that that works really nicely. You've got that bit of glide so you can massage. You've got a little bit of a sort of moisture if you're doing certain exercises, so you're not dragging the skin. You don't need to make your face super oily as you do it, you know, in the same way as if you're going for a full facial massage routine, you know, if you were having a facial. But just a bit of glide works nicely. But I would say ideally do it after you've applied skincare.
I mean, you know, there's always people that are skeptics, always, and I actually love those people more than anything. But I mean, you know, someone was like having a bit of a debate with me today, saying like, does it actually work? But there are actual reports out there, like quite proven results that facial yoga can work, isn't it? I mean, I think like once was said that in 20 weeks, a study by dermatologists said that it actually, in 1 month, they could like almost take a year off the age of someone. It's like incredible.
Exactly. So we did that. I was part of that study actually, and it showed that reduced the age by a year and a month. And there was also a study done in America as well, 20 weeks of face yoga, so 20 to 30 minutes every day, showed that the skin was actually 3 years younger. And this was assessed by high-tech skin machines, dermatologists, you know, feedback from the participants themselves. So there's more and more studies coming out. I don't think there's enough studies. I'd love to see more actually. But then there's also studies, you know, and the benefits of acupressure, the benefits of deep breathing. You know, that's a big part of what I teach with face yoga as well. The benefits of facial massage. So there are more and more studies coming out. And if you sort of pull them all together, you start to get this lovely pool of sort of great studies, but also all the anecdotal evidence as well. You know, I've seen it with my own eyes for over 17 years. I train thousands of people to be face yoga teachers. So teachers Danielle Collins face yoga method. We've got teachers in over 50 different countries, and they're working every single day and seeing these results, you know, because it just makes sense. We know that we need to exercise the body to keep it nice and toned. We apply the same principle to the face. We know that when we massage the skin on the body, we know we feel more relaxed, we release muscle tension, and we boost the circulation. Same with our face. We often look at our face as very different from the body, but it's important to remember that in many ways, you're just working muscles, bones and skin, lymphatic system, circulation.
Definitely. And obviously with the energy flows as well, like if you're just stopping here, then you're not actually, you know, treating the full body. So you'll never get complete treatment, whether you're treating the body or the face. Like it is one complete system, isn't it? So it's so important. And I love how you go back to the fact that hands-on seeing with your own eyes. And I think that's, for me, what's been really important of treating. You know, there's lots of different paths you can go down, but I think if you stay true to, while you do different, whatever therapy you do, it's that giving that treatment to that person and seeing those results firsthand. That's what you get your experience, not from being, you know. And I think it's so hard now with social media that, you know, we lose this wealth of knowledge that's out there from first-hand experience like yourself. So thank you again for sharing this like knowledge and experience with us. It's absolutely invaluable. It really is.
Oh, thank you. And I know you mentioned the eye area. You got a few questions about the eye area too.
Particularly hooding, that I know that for me is a huge one, and obviously crow's feet 11s is the normal.
Just the usual. So lots of techniques we can do that. I'll quickly show you a few. So a really nice massage for the eyebrow area, which is actually just a gentle lift, and you're using 2 fingers and thumb, and you're simply pinching across. And actually this one can double up for number 11 lines too, because what you can do is you can bring your fingers there and just do like a little wiggle. That's always really nice. What that does, it starts to relax this muscle you've got between the eyebrows. It's called your procerus muscle. And we tend to hold a lot of our tension there. We get those repetitive lines that as we age, of course, they etch into the skin. So if we can relax that muscle through that sort of movement and this sort of massage, that works beautifully for that area. If you want to go a little bit more of an exercise to reduce hooded eyes, it's quite nice just to put 2 fingers underneath your eyebrows like this. You very slightly lift your eyebrows up, and then you close your eyes very slowly, and you feel that resistance. And what you should feel there is like a little shake or a little pulse around your eye area, and you really will feel, so you've just got fingers there underneath, gently lifting and then gently closing. You'll really feel the muscles working. You don't need to do that for very long. You can just do that sort of 1 to 3 times for about sort of 10 seconds. That works beautifully. Crow's feet, lots of things we can do for crow's feet. One of my favorite things to do for the eye area, which actually helps puffiness under the eyes, dark circles, and even reduces lines and wrinkles, it's just a simple lymphatic drainage. I like to use the ring finger for this one, just so we're a little bit gentler. And the reason we're using the ring finger is the skin around the eye area is about 10 times thinner than the skin in the rest of the face. So we really want to be gentle. It almost feels like you're hardly doing anything at all here, but that's good. The lymphatic system is just under the skin surface. So we don't want to be dragging the skin or going down as far as the muscle, but we're really working with just draining any build up there of toxins in that area. And that just helps that whole area to look and feel better. And really, you know, as well as doing these techniques, thinking about what we're putting into our body makes a big difference too. So actually, you know, many people say to me, you know, I'm in my 50s or in my 60s or 70s. Is it too late? Am I not going to get the results that someone at 20 or 30 is getting? In my experience, interestingly enough, age doesn't seem to affect how quickly people get results. The number one reason people get good results is because they're regular with it, they're consistent with it, and they're keeping it up. And I tend to find the number two reason is not age, it's actually how healthy your general lifestyle is. So if you're doing face yoga, even if you're 70, and actually you're drinking lots of water, you're eating healthily, you're not having too much alcohol, caffeine, sugar, you know, you're doing daily exercise, you're doing all of those things, then I tend to find that those people, when they start face yoga, they're getting results even quicker than maybe someone that's 21 and not living such a healthy lifestyle. So the more we can do to nourish ourselves from the inside, the better, and that will really show up on our skin. Even if it's simple as just having one more glass of water a day, that hydration makes such a difference.
That's really, that is very, very true, very true. Margie's just asked me, she said she loves all of your exercises. She said, is there, you know, a special time requirement that you should spend? How many times should you repeat doing a massage technique?
Yeah. So generally I say 1 minute is sort of rule of thumb. So most of my techniques, just to make it easy for everyone, you would do for about 60 seconds. Sometimes you can do a little bit less or a little bit more. You know, you really are your greatest teacher. So really listen to the feedback that your face, that your body is giving you. But generally about 1 minute is ideal.
Brilliant. Excellent. What about like for overall, you know, if you've got any kind of drainage, puffiness on the skin?
Yeah. So lymphatic drainage is so good. And it's interesting, whenever I teach this, people always say, but is this really doing anything? You know, because it's often very, very light touch. But actually what we want to do when we're doing lifting facial massage, we're going deeper into the muscles and we're working upwards and outwards. With lymphatic drainage, we want to go very soft, very gentle, almost just brushing the skin. And it's really nice to work around this ear and neck area, so where all our sort of lymph vessels and lymph nodes are. So you can really simply just go down the side of your neck like this. Works beautifully. And you're literally going from behind the ears, light touch, down to the collarbone, just draining out the lymph. And actually, although we're not even touching the face here, we're touching the neck, this is actually helping with that toxin removal. You know, the lymphatic system is the body's sort of system that gets rid of the rubbish, gets rid of the garbage. So giving it a helping hand like this can actually indirectly really brighten your face, help your skin to look healthier. And you can do little pulsing on the collarbones as well. That's really nice to do. It's also really lovely to do sort of 2 fingers like this and 2 fingers like this, and you go either side of the ears there, and you just drain downwards. That works really nicely for lymphatic drainage. And then under the eyes, you can even go down, and sometimes I like to go all the way around, so you're just draining right down, and it's so soft, so gentle.
Really, I think people really are always surprised, aren't they, that how close to the surface lymph is. So when you are working, it's very different to working muscular tension when you're working on lymphatic system.
Absolutely. You know, in comparison, if I was going to work the front of the neck here with lifting massage, I'd go much deeper, and I'd be going sort of deeper into the skin. I'd be doing a sort of a quicker pace with it. Very different to that very sort of slow, light touch for lymphatic drainage.
Let's just ask a good question. Can you do lymphatic drainage in the shower?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, you've got the water sort of flowing down this area. Lovely time to do it. Yeah, definitely.
Is acupressure part of facial yoga?
Yes, exactly. So 5 main areas to what I teach the Danielle Collins face yoga method: facial exercise, facial massage, acupressure, relaxation, and well-being. So the acupressure is about applying pressure to certain points in the face. And as we do this, we have so many benefits. We're working with the circulation, we're working with releasing tension from the muscles, we're working with the lymphatic system, but we're also having deeper wellness benefits as well. So we're really working on doing things like reducing headaches in points like this, reducing eye strain in points like this. We're helping with sinus issues when we're working with points like this. And generally, you want to press and hold for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then you would massage in one direction for again about 20 to 30 seconds, and then the other way. So that's generally what you want to do. We have lots of acupressure points on the face, but they really provide a way to look after our wellness as well as brighten our skin.
Oh, that's that. I could talk to you forever. Another question. If you've got, sorry, I can't see. When you have acne, what can help? Is there anything that can help with acne, like specific skin conditions?
Yeah. So if you've got quite active acne or you've got cystic acne, what you don't want to do is be massaging over the top of it. So, you know, for example, a massage technique which we use to brighten cheeks. If you had a lot of acne around that area, I would avoid that. But instead, I would try and work with the circulation and the energy flow around that area with some very light acupressure touch. I would also really focus on that lymphatic drainage we talked about before, really trying to help with that toxin removal. You can definitely still do facial exercise. So let's say, again, maybe you've got acne around this area, but you don't want to directly touch it. Maybe you do a facial exercise like this one. So what you're doing there is you're just transferring the air from cheek to cheek. We're strengthening and toning the muscles, which is obviously good for the lifting and toning of the cheeks.
Oh, show me that one again, Danielle.
Okay.
I couldn't see, the writing
Okay.
was in the way.
Okay. Should I go up higher? Can you see?
Yeah, perfect. So are you moving the cheeks or blowing?
So you want to fill your cheeks with air.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, you've got it. And then you're transferring the air slowly from cheek to cheek, breathing in and out through your nose as you do it. The reason we've got the fingers there is just to soften any lines around your mouth area. Such a good one for lifting the cheeks. So we are working with the muscles there. But if, for example, you did have acne around that area, a great way just to help that circulation and blood flow without directly aggravating your acne.
That's amazing, isn't it? One lady as well I saw said that she has TMJ, and
Yes.
so are there anything particularly as well that's good for that area?
Yes, lots for that area. So if you're holding a lot of tension in the jaw area, you suffer from TMJ, your teeth grind, we really want to be focusing on relaxing tension in the major jaw muscle, but many of the muscles around as well. So lots of things you can do. You can do a simple sort of position like this. Don't know if you can see with the writing there, pinching upwards, and you can just keep going upwards and outwards like that. You can even use thumbs, and you can just glide along. That works beautifully. Little acupressure point just underneath your ear there, just at the top of your jaw, pressing into that point, and you can massage into it as well and focus on your breath. Really bring your attention to just relaxing the jaw. That works so well if you've got TMJ or any jaw tension. I mean, some days I'll press that and it's so tender and painful, and that's how I know I'm holding tension in my jaw. And other times I press it and I barely feel anything. So, you know, even if you don't suffer from certain jaw conditions, you can find that some days you're holding a lot of your stress in that area.
I'm conscious of time, so just one quick, another one. We've had a couple of times marionette lines.
Oh, okay. So lots we can do for that area. Okay, so one of my favorites, 2 fingers here, other finger here, and you're working upwards. So super simple. You can do about 30 seconds one side, and you can do about 30 seconds the other side. So really just helping. So you've
I'm
got,
trying to move the writing, so I can't.
oh,
Let
I'm
me
going
move
to stand up a bit.
That's it. Perfect. That's it. Can everyone see? And just working the line.
Yeah, exactly. So we're lifting, we're boosting the circulation, helping with that energy flow again.
Oh, that honestly, this has been, I know that people will be asking you, but definitely if you can go and follow on Danielle's Instagram page, follow the podcast, YouTube, there is so much information there. You'll just be lost. Like you won't know where to start, first of all. So it's a really great source. And to be honest, the book, I think the book is my favorite, if I'm to be honest. You could just like, I don't know, shoot yourself off away from everyone and kind of choose what you want to do at your own time, leisure. And I'm the kind of person, I like to see like written down. I'm quite old school that way, and like I find information absorbs better that way. So lots of different resources for you. But Daniela, thank you so much for today.
Thank you, Keeley. It's so lovely to chat to you.
And really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And hopefully
Thanks,
we're in
Keeley.
the future. Thank you.
Take care.
Have
Bye-bye.
a lovely evening. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.